Prepare yourself for something very strange.
They are coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop them.
Hello everyone, it's movie time, so get your popcorns and let's get right into it. Today's video will explore some of Hollywood's hidden gems, going beyond the popular shows that frequently overshadow other excellent offerings. These underrated shows may not have been the biggest hits on the charts, but they deliver innovative stories, memorable characters, and outstanding acting that will fascinate you from the very first episode. Now let's start the video. Number 15, The Feed.
Imagine every human on Earth connected. In thought. In feeling.
Yeah, that's me.
In real time.
She's here. Can you see her? Beatrice Murray.
It is a science fiction drama miniseries developed by Channing Powell. The show takes place in the near-future society in which individuals have implants in their brains that connect them to a massive digital social platform known as the Feed. With the use of this technology, people quickly exchange emotions, recollections, and ideas, completely changing interpersonal interactions. The primary storyline centers on Lawrence Hartfield, the founder of Feed, and his wife Meredith, who is the chief executive officer of the firm that runs it. However, when situations go bad and users turn homicidal, the family is torn apart as they battle to manage the power they have created. The show looks into identity and privacy issues as well as the negative sides of social media and the risks associated with constant connectivity. The story is a gripping science fiction tale that provides a terrifying look into a world where technology controls. Number 14, The Swarm.
You think they're bite marks?
What's gonna bite an orca?
Came in this morning. High fever, acute diarrhea.
Hold him down!
Fast, it's spreading. We need to get them away from the coast.
Hey, did you see that? What the hell is that?
It is a science fiction mystery series directed by Barbara Eder, Luke Watson, and Philip Stolzel. The show opens with an enigmatic situation where strange behaviors in aquatic animals have alarmed people all over the world. The main plot revolves around an international team of researchers who join together to take on one of the most challenging situations humanity has ever encountered and learn about a chilling finding that somewhere at the bottom of the ocean resides an intelligence who has experienced the evils of human civilization in the ecosystem it inhabits and has chosen to take it back. What comes next is a desperate attempt by researchers to get in touch with the undersea civilization and averted disastrous confrontation that would indicate the outcome of human survival and the fate of the world. Thanks to amazing cinematography, the ocean sights are equally spine-tingling and striking. Though the series relies heavily on plots like Dishonest Authority, it manages to deliver a suspenseful, deep-sea horror story that brings together elements of science fiction thrillers and ecological criticism to tell an interesting tale about the interaction between humans and the environment and the potential repercussions of what we do to it. Number 13, Those About to Die.
Life is of little value in Rome, living in the shadow of the rich and powerful, but all of this is about to change.
It is a 2024 historical drama series that takes place in a violent arena of gladiator combat in ancient Rome. The story revolves around the daily affairs of the trainers, political leaders, and gladiators as they negotiate the perilous arena where the public witnesses acts of life and death on a regular basis. The narrative primarily centers on three characters: an attractive young lady who gets entangled with political intrigues of the empire, an experienced gladiator fighting for freedom, and a clever trainer who struggles to strike a balance between the requirements of the arena and the fluctuating loyalties of the Roman elite. Highlights of the series includes the grueling training regimens for gladiators, the corrupt politics of the Senate or Rome, and the luxurious but dangerous lives of the elite, all of which are wonderfully portrayed. The drama dazzles with its intricate sets and accurate portrayals of the lethal games of ancient Rome, drawing viewers into the era while striking a balance between action-packed scenes and rich, character-centered narrative. Number 12, The Terminal List.
I have 12 men flying home in caskets right now. This is personal.
It is an action thriller series based on Jack Carr's 2028 book of the same name. The show starts with Navy SEAL Captain James Reese and his battalion going on a stealth assignment that goes catastrophically haywire and results in the death of everyone on the crew. Following the incident, Reese goes home with contradicting accounts of what happened and doubts about his own responsibility. But when more sinister truth come to light, he learns the real reason behind the platoon killings and finds himself targeted as well. Motivated by a family tragedy and loss of his unit, Reese begins to hunt those involved, utilizing his battle experience and army training to exact revenge, while the FBI pursues him. The series explores the fine line between pursuing justice, becoming trapped in an endless loop of revenge, as well as trauma and psychological effects of war. Number 11, My Lady Jane.
Jane thinks she can flee her destiny until she discovers lust at first sight.
What is your desire?
Independence.
Good evening!
Come with me.
As if.
It is a historical fantasy series created by Gemma Burgess. The series is based on the fantasy book My Lady Jane, and it retells the narrative of Lady Jane Grey, the ruler of England. The show centers on Jane, a young princess who finds herself dragged into the Tudor court games of politics. When King Edward VI becomes ill, he designates Jane as his replacement in order to keep half-sibling Mary from assuming the crown. But in this other history, some people have the capacity to change into animals, which gives the historical account of mystical touch. The plot of the drama begins with Jane's marriage to Guildford Dudley, who has a curse that makes him a man by nighttime and a horse by day, rendering her rise to throne more difficult. The series is highly entertaining right from the beginning, owing to its clever dialogue, interesting characters, and creative story twists. The best part is the connection that develops between Jane and her unfortunate husband Guildford, which enhances the main plot and creates an enjoyable romance subplot. Number 10, Chaos.
Humans, when they're not scared, they're not worshiping me.
Every day would be...
I think my favorite is fire. Look at what we've done.
Very good.
It is a mythological dark comedy series created by Charlie Covell. The show opens in the city of Greek, where modern citizens honor their lord Zeus, the most powerful Greek god, by worshiping and offering sacrifices to him on Olympus Day. In the series, Jeff Goldblum plays Zeus, a man tormented by anxieties and facing threats to rule from Prometheus, a prisoner of Zeus who plots to bring Zeus destruction through an omen concerning 3 humans. The story's depiction of larger-than-life gods effectively handles big subjects, but its overuse of visual slapstick and Greek jokes sometimes comes across as a little too forced. In spite of this, the show provides an engaging and frequently amusing voyage into a different reality where the gods are resentful and cruel. Every episode examines the nature of divinity, the dominance conflicts amongst gods, and the private struggles of human characters. Plus, other gods such as Hera, Hades, Poseidon, and Dionysus add to the violent rhythms of the drama. While it often suffers with narrative unity and length, it excels as an enjoyable of uneven examination of Greek mythology that presents an unusual take of mythical stories with a modern twist, striking a balance between drama and humor, and offering a new take on well-known subjects. Number 9, Baby Reindeer.
You say this woman's stalking you?
Yeah, like 6 months maybe.
Why'd it take you so long to report it?
I think she needs help. She comes to my work, my house. She sends me emails, like, all the time.
Are any threatening towards you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's particularly threatening.
It is a highly intense limited drama series based on the critically acclaimed theatrical play by Richard Garth. The series explores the terrifying true role of Richard, an entertainer whose private life gets out of hand because of a stalker that follows him obsessively. Each episode portrays Richard's intense physiological suffering and his valiant attempts to restore his mental health and feelings of safety. Although the show does a great job of portraying the terror of stalking, some viewers might find the constant suspense too much to handle, but for viewers of powerful psychological dramas, the show is a must-watch owing to its unflinching deception of actual fear. Number 8, Griselda.
For the last 3 years, Griselda Blanco has owned Miami, distributing cocaine.
Ms. Blanco's operation has been efficient, deadly, and incredibly successful.
It is a crime drama series centered around the true story of Griselda Blanco, a legendary Colombian drug boss famed as the Black Widow. The show explores her ascent to prominence in the Medellin Mafia and her impact on the drug business. Every episode delves into her cunning strategies, interpersonal connections, and the legal authorities to take her down. The show evokes the violent and perilous world of the illegal drug industry, with its period-perfect locations and gritty, realistic portrayals of Miami and Colombia in the 1970s and 1980s. There are some excellent performances in the series, especially from the main actress who plays Griselda, but several story aspects were portrayed for the sake of entertainment, at times wandering from the real version of history. Overall, Griselda is a gripping thriller that provides a close-up at the life of one of the most formidable and feared women in the world of drugs. It caters to both dramatic storylines and true crime story fans. Number 7, One Day.
What do you want to be when you're 40?
Am I allowed to say rich? What about you?
I want to do something that actually makes a difference.
Change the world, you mean?
Maybe just my own tiny corner of it.
It is a romantic drama series that follows David Nichols' book, One Day. The series follows Emma Morley and Dexter Mayhew, the two individuals who reunite on the exact same day every year, and explores their relationship as it evolved throughout time. Every episode documents their encounters on the same day throughout time, highlighting the evolution of their personal and professional relationship. One of the show's beauties is the cinematography, which effectively emphasizes both intimate experiences and the flow of time. The show addresses topics of love, friendship, and effects of time on relationships, while delving into each character's unique path. However, because every episode centers on a single date every year, certain audiences could find the episodic pattern repetitive. Overall, it is a deep examination of love and how life evolves with time, presented in a moving and exquisitely written romantic drama that adheres to the message of the book. Number 6, The Decameron.
Welcome to Villa Santa!
We are here to eat and drink and move into a bright new future.
Have you been gutting fish, Senora? You're covered in fish carnage.
Am I?
It is a historical comedy series created by Kathleen Jordan. The drama is based on a 14th-century Italian collection of short tales and follows a crew of Tuscan royalty who try to get away from the Black Death by hiding themselves in a Tuscany palace. However, things rapidly take a dramatic turn as they learn how hard it is to continue keeping the disease away. But the real test comes when they all have to cope with their respective mistakes and silliness. The show features an unusual combination of social humor and traditional comedy, while expertly weaving its story around Shakespearean elements like theatrical irony and social tension. But even with these intensive aspects and relevant connections between the recent pandemic and the Black Death plague, the show frequently comes across as more intelligent than humorous. The 8-episode format slows down the action and lessens the intensity that one would normally associate with a mockery. Overall, fans of the historical and sarcastic comedy are sure to enjoy the show. Number 5, 3 Body Problem.
Or something is targeting scientists.
Going after our best and brightest. There's someone behind everything. You just have to dig.
Whatever it is watching and listening.
It is a science fiction series based on the critically acclaimed book of the same name by Liu Cixin. The series delves into mankind's initial encounter with an alien race from a planet in a 3-star system. As the possibility of invasion grows, humanity wrestles with the ramifications of this awareness, resulting in international conflict and deep moral quandaries. The show explores the lives of researchers, military officials, and common citizens impacted by the aliens' discovery. The arcs of characters are established across the episodes, highlighting their worries, beliefs, and challenges in the midst of an imminent danger. The series has numerous visually breathtaking sequences with detailed CGI, as well as exceptional effects that portray the amazing innovations of the aliens. However, because there is a lot of explanation and physiological debate, some viewers may find the pacing to be lengthy, but overall it is a provocative and strikingly beautiful series that adheres faithfully to its classic roots, while providing a profound and engrossing examination for mankind's place in the cosmos. Number 4, Moon Knight.
Welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
It is a 2022 superhero fantasy action series created by Jeremy Slater. The show presents Mark Spector, a Marine who was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder and can transform into the Egyptian moon god, Khonshu. The show revolves around Mark's battle to maintain a healthy balance between his three personas: mercenary Mark Spector, civilized Steve Grant, and superhero Moonlight, all the while exposing a deadly plot with ties to Egyptian mythology. The key plot follows Mark as he faces off against cults and demonic threats in addition to other enemies from his past. The show fuses elements of action-packed superheroes with psychological drama as Mark experiences obstacles that put his fortitude and courage to the test, while he comes across legendary creatures, vicious foes, and his own broken mind. Overall, Moon Knight is a fascinating addition to the superhero and fantasy genres that explore deeper psychological concepts while providing exciting action. Number 3, The Letter for the King.
If you set your mind to it, if you do what I know you can do, you will become a knight.
It is a historical fantasy show based on the classic Dutch book by Tonke Dracht. The plot revolves around Thierry, a teenage boy who is thrown into an uncertain situation when a dying knight gives him a critical massage for the king. Complete his goal, Thierry travels over perilous regions and faces several foes in order to pass on an important message that may safeguard the entire nation from catastrophe. The series is action mysterious and suspenseful with a typical adventure narrative approach. There are many obstacles in Thierry's path, including magical forces, terrible opponents, and mountains covered in ice. Along the journey, he makes alliances and meets a collection of other people, all of whom have their own set of abilities and experiences. The story's core theme centers on destiny and what it takes to become a hero, as Thierry struggles with his uncertainties and anxieties as he develops into the realm's guardian. Overall, the show stands out, thanks to its avish set design, engaging plot, and well-rounded cast of characters. It effectively incorporates elements of conventional fantasy and contemporary beliefs, catering to a wide range of viewers. It will appeal to both newbies and fans of the genre, mainly because it explores classic issues from imaginative viewpoint. Number 2, Lovecraft Country.
What's that book you've been reading about?
It's about heroes who get to go on adventures, defeat the monsters, and save the day.
It is a horror fantasy drama series based on the book by Matt Ruff. The TV show takes place in 1950s America and chronicles Atticus Freeman, his companion Letitia, and his uncle George on an adventure through the partitioned nation in search of Atticus' lost father. The primary plot revolves around their voyage as they discover sinister secrets and come across both natural and paranormal terrors. The film adds rich levels of historical perspective and commentary on society, in addition to engaging and devoted storytelling. At its core, it tackles themes of discrimination, ancestry, and the struggle for survival while fusing intense horror sequences with gripping plots and nuanced emotional scenes as the characters face monster creatures and horrific power. They deal with the terror of systematic prejudice and their own inner nightmares. Overall, Lovecraft Country shines out for its daring storytelling, which provides a fresh and thought-provoking perspective on the horror fantasy genre that is relevant to present-day issues. Number 1, The Winter King.
Darkness is coming. The Saxons will take the Isle. Come home, Arthur. Only you can save Britain.
It is a 2023 historical fantasy drama series based on Bernard Cornwell's The Warlord Chronicles trilogy. Although the show struggled to connect with the audience, its reimagining of King Arthur is enjoyable if you are looking for an unconventional fantasy story. The narrative centers on Arthur Pendragon, a warlord who is trying to reunite Britain against Saxon invaders. Other important characters include the mysterious wizard Merlin, Arthur's love interest Guinevere, and Derfel, a devoted warrior. The series adds additional depth to the Arthurian legend while maintaining a gritty and serious tone that emphasizes the human qualities of its characters and the bleakness of the world they live in. The show is full of action, as Arthur and his friends face off against strong opponents, including competing rulers and the constant threat posed by the Saxons. Overall, The Winter King presents an unusual interpretation of Arthurian legend, striking a balance between historical reliability and creative narrative. It has engaging storylines and strong character development, making it appealing to both fantasy and historical drama fans. That's it for today. Please subscribe to our channel to see more videos about movies and series suggestions.